Well, hi y'all. Billy Jolene here again. Let me tell you. My sister, she's not a man. Well, I thought I was going to meet a man this weekend. My sister, she tells me she's going to take me, camping with her. And I thought to myself, well, that is a good idea, Because you know how the men like to hunt and fish and whatnot out there, dealing with nature and all that. And I thought, well, maybe I can meet me a decent man out there, somebody that's rugged, good looking, and the whole 9 yards, and see him at his best. Well, we get there. I couldn't believe it. What was my sister Betty Jean thinking of? I tell you. I sometimes think she's got it in for me. I really do. I think it comes from our childhood. When we were growing up as kids, I was always the popular one and she wasn't. So anyhow, we get there and I'm thinking, well, where are the men? Who are all these people? I mean, there was a couple of people there that looked like men, but they weren't. They were just some really butchy looking women. Turns out this was a Christian women's revival retreat or something they called it. I said, what on earth are you thinking? You take me on a Christian women's revival retreat for what? She said, well, I just thought this would be good for you, blah, blah, blah. And I just tuned her out. Grabbed my bottle of Thunderbird and just tuned her out. So anyhow, we're sitting around this campfire and I am just in pain from boredom. Got to flirting a little bit. My brain started turning with a couple of women that would make some really good looking men, but they kept carrying on about their husbands. Apparently somebody married them. I can't imagine what their offspring look like. I mean, some people really should just knock it off. Come on, you can't just go breeding. But I mean, because you can only imagine what these men look like. I mean, anyhow, so I wait till they go to sleep. After an entire night of sitting up there listening to them just talk about one man, that was the worst of it. I mean, I tried to guide the conversation, into at least we could use our imaginations, but no. They only wanted to talk about Jesus, and I thought to myself, but he's dead. I mean, so that's how that night went. So I thought to myself, that's it. I'm taking my sister's car. I'm going to drive home in the middle of the night. So I put my crate of Thunderbird in the car because I brought plenty because we're going camping. I don't want to run out. There ain't no liquor stores anywhere nearby, I wouldn't imagine. So I take her car, and I'm not sure what happened, but it ended up in this ditch, and it wouldn't move. I couldn't get it out. So I ended up on the side of the road, just trying to find a ride. And this gorgeous man pulled over, asked me if I needed a ride, and I said, I sure do. He said, and then I tried to open the door, and I couldn't get it open because of my fingernails. So he got out of the car. Oh, my goodness. Now, that was a pleasant surprise. He came around the car. He had this gorgeous hair. It's just brown. He had a nice dark brown hair with all this nice frosted, highlights and whatnot. And the tips were like blonde and sticking up everywhere, just looking gorgeous. And he had on these nice little shorts, them how your blue jeans get worn out, so you cut them off. And they were real short because I could see his cheeks. Nice set of cheeks. And then he had on this nice top, real tight top, and cut it off, right, so you could see his fantastic, belly. His stomach was just rock hard, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So we get back in the car, and I'm sitting there being gorgeous. I'm sitting there just flirting and carrying on, and then he tells me that, if I want to, he can call his boyfriend and have him come pull my car out of the ditch. And I said, boyfriend? He said, yes. I said, oh, are you one of, like my friend Diva Dave, He said, yes, I'm gay. I said, oh. Oh, well, that's all right, I'm thinking to myself, well, you know, I'm a modern woman. I mean, it's 2 for 1. I mean, that's the way I looked at it. I mean, if his boyfriend's gorgeous, bonus. But it turns out that they, you know, they only swing in one direction, and that's way on the other side of the fence. I mean, clear to the other side. They don't even come near the middle. They, you know, that's just something they don't do. So that was that. I made a good friend though, and his boyfriend was gorgeous, by the way. I mean, it was, you know, delightful sight to see. You know, when we went back out there to my car, well, my sister's car, and they went out there, you know, flexing their muscles to get my car out. I mean, you know, imagination run wild. I mean, at least I've got that. So, needless to say, I didn't meet a man. Well, I did. I met 2 men, but, well, I just told you how that turned out. Oh, well, I'm just going to try again. Try again. That's all I can do is just keep on trying.